Good afternoon, I'm Karen Holmes Ward. Today we're spotlighting a local nonprofit that is offering free music lessons to kids who live in economically strained communities. Ted Reinstein with the impact of the magic of music.
Once you learn an instrument, that is an ability that you keep with you, kind of like a skill in a backpack, right? So you're able to use that throughout life.
Bithia Israel learned how to play the cello at a young age.
I lived in the inner city, first of 5 kids, and I got introduced to the cello through a school program. I didn't even know what a cello was, and my mom said, just try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it. Now I was 10, and now I'm in my mid-40s.
Israel says the instrument and the people who helped her master it with free lessons shaped her life. Now she's introducing others to the cello. Israel is a composer and the founder of City Strings United, a nonprofit that provides free cello lessons to children living in Boston and other surrounding cities. She says mentoring children, many of them living in underserved communities, is her way of paying it forward.
I just wanted to provide free cello lessons to kids just like I had received right here at 12th Baptist Church.
City Strings United currently serves 50 students, including 9-year-old Jabril Sharif.
It depends on the song that it's challenging or not, but I'm up for any challenge, really.
The young people really show up. They show up like professionals. Our parents talk about, how well they present on stage.
Jabril's mom, Rhea Gibson, is an instructor and the assistant program director. She started cello lessons at age 7 and shares her talent every Saturday with City Strings United musicians.
Being able to give back to students who may not otherwise have this opportunity just feels amazing. I think the best part is seeing the students who've been in the program for 10 years now helping to teach our newest students. We have 4 4-year-olds now in the program, and it's really wonderful to just see their joy and excitement.
She's a real good teacher.
Okay, I'm following you.
Okay.
This is your piece.
Okay.
He's composed his own music that he's played with his mom, and that was within his first 2 years of starting.
Jabril has also performed solo, but he'd much rather perform with an ensemble.
I don't want to be like the only person on stage, because if I mess up, then everybody will hear it. But if I'm in a group and I mess up, nobody will hear it, and I'll just keep going.
And Mom couldn't be prouder.
He really got into it and also had the experience of being together with other young people who were also interested in playing. Yeah, I think he's having a good time at this point.
And joining me now is Bithia Israel. She's president and CEO of City Strings United, and Rhea Gibson, the assistant program director. Rhea, your son's just so cute. How old is he now? He's 9 years old?
He's 9.
Okay. Bithia, let me start with you. Urban school districts are often face a lot of challenges when it comes to funding art programs, even in good budgetary times. So programs like City Strings United are really filling a gap in that musical education, but you also say that you're filling in other gaps for the students too. Why don't you explain?
Absolutely, thank you. City Strings United, our mission is to promote youth development through access to high quality musical education and exciting performance opportunities in historically excluded communities. So we are an out of school program. So all the hours that children are out of school, that's the time that we fill.
And Rhea, how do you see music contributing to social change and the expanded opportunities and growth for these young people?
So One thing that I think is really incredible about City Strings is that our students who begin in the program, they have the opportunity to be leaders. We develop not only their musical skills, but their leadership skills, which then they take out into their communities. We have students now who have graduated from the program who are coming back to be teachers. And what better way to change our communities.
Well,
than to
just
come
watching
back.
your son in the videotape, he has such presence and confidence. Did that come about, do you think? I'm sure obviously it was home training too, but did his work with the program help in that regard?
I definitely think so. There are so many opportunities to shine, and being on stage, it might be just in him that he loves this so much, but even recently he came home and said, "Mom, I want to be in the school variety show. I'm going to play cello." And I was like, "Jabril, you haven't been practicing really." But he was like, "No, I'm going to do it." And I said, "Well, if you're going to
Good.
practice and
So the
be
confidence
ready."
was there.
Absolutely.
Bivia, how has the program grown in the last 11 years? And how many students did you start with? How many do you have now?
Yes, we started in 2012 with 14 students, either 12 or 14 students, and we stayed at the most 20 or 25 for probably 7 years. In 2021, I believe we had 25 students, would you say, Rhea? And then in the past 2 years, we've gotten to 62 children enrolled.
That's fabulous.
So-
That's fabulous. Now, the program started with cello,
Yes.
but I think you have a very interesting new addition to the program.
Absolutely.
Keyboard class. Tell us
Yes.
about that.
Yes.
And what's unique about your keyboard program?
Absolutely. So our keyboard composing program actually serves kids ages 4 and all the way up. So we have a different approach to music education. This is an on-ramp to general music education and also composing. So even if you don't know how to write your notes yet or read your notes yet, there are emotional aspects to music, which is really a wordless language to express ideas and feelings that children already come to the equation with. Children understand happy, sad, emotional, dramatic. They already have these concepts, inside of them since they've come across.
I remember taking music theory class when I was in elementary school, and it just really sapped my enthusiasm for the music.
Absolutely.
Because it was just like boring.
Yes, and it can be boring because the rudiments of music they're like tools. Okay, so that is something that makes City Strings different.
But you're teaching it in a different way.
Absolutely, we emphasize children's voices. So. When you teach a child to play an instrument, you set them on a path for success in life. So they gain skills such as communicating with people that they've never met before or have different backgrounds, persevering through difficulties, approaching challenges with creative solutions, and presenting yourself to the world with confidence. So these are all transferable skills. You learn to play an instrument and to read music in our program, but really we have a focus on the person first. And usually, traditionally in music education, like you mentioned, it's about learning the facts first. Then later on you might get the opportunity to compose, add your own voice, add your own ideas.
But you start with the emotion first.
Start with it first, and also
Yes.
what do you want to say?
Okay.
How would you play your keyboard? So yeah, if you can dream, now you're excited enough to learn all the boring stuff.
Now you're going to stay with us, right? Okay. Up next, more from City Strings United, Bithia's music compositions performed by her students.